Yay. Here we are, Sunday morning. It's December 15th, 2024. Very glad you all are here. Today's practice is called Vata Strong. Ooh, look at those guns. So one of the things we know about Vata is that it's very much the wind, very erratic, very light, very subtle, very ethereal. And Vata, as far as the physical body type, physiology of Vata, really needs strength. Because a Vata type individual, if you will, rarely are they tethered to the earth, and they're usually long and willowy, and they need strength. They need some power. They need to be anchored into the earth. So we're going to do some poses, some asanas that will strengthen the hips and the legs, the glutes and the thighs, and get a little bit into the arms and the shoulders as well. Anything that doesn't feel good, ditch it. If you can't get out of discomfort, get out of the pose. I would encourage you, while we're going through this practice, when you come up against a place of discomfort, just see if you can kind of flirt around with it. Breathe through it. Can you be grateful for it? Can we express gratitude not only for the great positive blessings that come into our lives, but also gratitude for the challenging times and the challenging teachers as well? We're going to begin sitting. If you'd like to sit on a blanket or a cushion, please do, or a chair for that matter. That's legal. But I do want you to have one block available today. So for starters, sitting on your bum. And let's bring, when you get down there, in whatever shape is comfortable for you, I want you to bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly, right over your navel. Good. And if it feels good to close your eyes, let your eyes close. If you want to keep your eyes open, that's cool. Just look down the bridge of your nose so that you can remove the temptation of excess visual stimuli. Now that you're getting settled into the body, onto the floor, notice that you're breathing. What is the quality of your breath this morning? The breath is the easiest and most effective tool, I think, that we have to bring us into the now, pulling us out of the past, keeping us from transporting into the future, one breath at a time, staying in the present moment, in the now. What is the texture of your breath? Notice if your breath has a rhythm. You favoring the inhalations or the exhalations. Good. And a little nod of gratitude for the power of our breath. Bring your arms down. And I'm going to have you pull your right foot up onto your thigh as you stretch your left leg down onto the floor. We're going to start with a bit of a foot massage. When you get your right foot up there, you're going to use your thumbs along the sole of your foot. Use your other fingers along the top and sides of your foot. And the pressure, of course, is up to you. But get up in there, the pads of your toes, between your toes. Observe if you have any calluses happening. That's a good indicator of where you're putting your weight when you stand. Also check in with your three arches. Your medial arch runs from the toe mound, the base of the big toe at the ball of the foot, all the way to the inner heel. Your lateral arch runs from the pinky to the outer heel, and your transverse traverses across the ball of your foot. And as you press in with your thumbs, you're really manipulating the fascia and the connective tissue. I'm going to have you now take your left hand and thread each finger, starting with your index finger between your big and second toe, and see if you can get all four of those fingers between each toe. Do the best you can. Maybe you just get in there up to your cuticle. Maybe you can get your fingers thread through pretty deep. Wherever they go, get a good grip. And then rock your toes back and forth. Make a couple of circles in both directions. Get a good old yogi toe handshake. And then you're gonna spread your fingers as wide as you can between your toes, and with one fell swoop, pop your fingers out. Take a hold of your big toe between your thumb and index finger and give it a little twirl in the joint, and a soft pull. We're not trying to pop the knuckle, just a soft pull. Go to the next toe, a little twirl and a pull, and keep rolling. To the pinky. Once you hit your pinky toe, twirl your pinky toe. You're going to make a fist with your left hand, and with your knuckles, just roll up and down the sole of your foot. You can go up and down, and then maybe go across a couple times. Do this with your foot flexed. And then do this with your foot relaxed. Now you're going to slap softly with both hands. The heel, the sole, the top of the foot, the ankle, toes. Pick up your leg by the ankle or shin and then shake. Have your foot and ankle as loose as possible. Loosey, loosey, shake, 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 shake. And then stretch your leg out, right leg out next to your left leg. Take a look. Notice the color difference. What do you feel? Is there any feeling difference between the 2 feet? Pull the left foot up, please. Rest it onto your right thigh. And here we go, second side. Starting out with the massage. All fingers really kneading the foot, moving the skin, moving the connective tissue, moving the fascia. Our feet are quite literally and often figuratively the farthest thing from our mind. And that is especially true for people with a strong vata disposition. They're very airy and they're very up here in space, very rarely connected to what's going on from the shoulders down. Good. Spread your right fingers and starting with the index finger, see if you can thread your fingers between each toe, doing the best that you can. How does this foot differ from the previous foot? And then go forward and back as you get a good grip. Making some circles in both directions. And then you're going to spread your fingers as wide as you can between your toes, and with a pop, pull your fingers out. And you can do the sound effects. I find that helpful. Take a hold of your big toe and give it a twirl. Twirl it around in the socket and a gentle pull. And keep going on down the line. Soft fist with your right hand. Knuckles move up and down the sole of the foot. Go across. And up and down, lengthwise. Do it with the foot flexed. And do it with the foot relaxed. Now we slap softly, both hands. Pick up your foot by the ankle or shin and shaky, shaky. Loosey, loosey. Wonderful. Good. Stretch your leg out. Take a look. Point and flex both feet a few times. Spread your toes. I love it. That's such good stuff. Sit in a place that's comfortable for you, cross-legged. Works for me. If you want to get up on your block, that's fine. Once you bring your fingertips out to the floor on either side of your hips, lift your chest, draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Take a deep breath in, fill your lungs and reach your arms up overhead. We're going to side bend to the left, but don't touch the floor. Just take your left arm out to the left, straight out, parallel to the floor. Right arm up slightly over, but I want you to really anchor into your right sitting bone. Drop into the hips. Good, engaging the abdominal muscles, the external, internal obliques, working hard. Good, you're going to lift yourself up as you breathe in, both arms up. And now you're going to turn to the left. Again, no hands, just take your arms out to the sides. Good. Lift tall through your sternum, long in your spine. You're going to inhale, come back to center, both arms up. And now we're going to side bend to the right. Right arm reaches out, parallel to the floor. Left arm over left ear. Notice how you might get light in your left hip, left sitting bone. Stay heavy. Visualize a 10-pound sandbag over the top of your left thigh. Good. Turn your sternum towards the ceiling. Great. Lift yourself up, breathing in. We're going to turn to the right, breathing out. No hands. Wonderful. Unwind on an inhale, both arms up. Good. Bring your hands down to the floor. Pull your knees up. Keep your feet on the floor. I'm going to go sideways here. Knees bent, feet to the floor. Take your hands down to the mat behind you with your fingers pointing away from your bum. Now, the instruction is shoulder blades drawn in towards the spine so the chest really puffs up. Engage the abs and a little bend into your elbows. So it's kind of a screamer on the wrists. Do this until your body says that's enough. If you want a little more stretch through the upper chest, you lift your hips and slide your hips towards your heels. Now you've got a deeper bend in your elbows and a longer stretch across the top of the chest. Belly firm. Scapula hugging towards the spine. Terrific. And if your hips are close to your heels, rock your hips back. Come off your hands. Move your fingers, roll your wrists. Good. Then come onto your hands and your knees. And let's rock. Onto hands and knees, please. We're going to do one full cat-cow, and then on number 2, you're going into downward dog. Follow your breath. Just a smooth, steady breath. You don't have to breathe in any certain length or duration. Just be aware of your breath. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. And on your second cat-cow, you're going to move into downward facing dog on the exhale. Knees come up, hips go high. Wonderful. Now come forward to staff as you breathe in. Shoulders over your wrist, really strong through the belly. Downward dog as you breathe out. Good. Forward to staff as you breathe in. And downward dog as you breathe out. Go one more time. Forward to staff as you breathe in. Downward dog on the exhale. I want you to get light on your left hand. Just put your left fingertips to the mat. Engage your legs, engage your belly, and then take your left hand off the mat. Bring your left arm up along your side. Reaching your left fingertips beyond your bum. Really strong in the right shoulder girdle. Let's take the left hand back to the mat. Woo-wee. Now you're going to come onto your right fingertips. Feel your balance, feel your strength, and then sweep your right arm along your right side, reaching your right hand fingertips beyond your hips. Notice if you're swaying your hips to the left. Good. Bring the right hand back to the mat. Really well done. Fantastic. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, begin to walk your feet baby steps to the top of your mat. Excellent. Good. When you get to the top of the mat, I want you to take a deep, slow inhale and roll yourself upright. Take as many breaths as you want. Take as long as you want. Until eventually you're rolling the shoulders back, you're stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other, and you make your way into Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. So in mountain pose, starting out slow, feet about 1, maybe 2 fist widths apart. Go where it's comfortable and you feel stable. Arms down at your sides. You're just going to come up onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels as high as you can. And then lower down slowly. We're going to do that 4 more times with breath. Inhaling, come way up onto the balls of your feet. And exhaling, lower down. Notice if one heel wants to hit the mat before the other. Do that 3 more times for me, please. Looks great, Kathy. Your toes have really come a long way after that injury. Good, keep going, last 2 times. Wonderful. Good, stay down on your heels this time, keeping the feet flat on the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. As you exhale, you're going to circle your arms out wide to the side. Bring your arms slightly behind you so you feel the shoulder blades moving in towards your spine. Let's do that 2 more times, breathing in. Stay anchored through the 4 corners of your feet. On exhale, buoy your sternum up a little bit. Good. 1 more time. Lifting up, reaching up, but staying super powerful through the feet and the legs. Exhale. Now we're going to put those 2 together 3 times. As you inhale, arms come forward and up, heels come up. Hover and exhale, slowly arms down, heels down. Yeah, you got that. Easy, right? 2 more times, breathing in. Lift up. Breathing out, arms down, heels come down at the same time. Good, once more, please. Breathing in. Up, 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 up. And exhale. As the heels come down, fold forward. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Breathing in, come up halfway. Take your time. Follow your breath. And breathing out, fold in half. Bring your right foot back and your right heel down. So here we are in this power lunge, so to speak. Now, door number 1 would lift the chest up. Okay, that's going to take some of the heat off of your front leg. But if you want to stay with the heat, stay with the power, keep your sternum right over your mat. Okay, that's going to put much more weight bearing in the front leg. What I'm going to have you do is bring your arms into a cactus. Breathing in. And as you exhale, bring your arms behind your back, bend the elbows, and just bring the tips of your fingers together. Don't touch your back though. And then inhale, arms into a cactus. Exhale, arms behind your back, fingertips touch. Yeah? Good. 1 more time. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale. Hands behind your back, fingertips touch. Good. Beautiful. Cactus arms. Good. Now, if you're low, you've got your sternum over the mat. I want you to lift yourself up. So everybody's up with arms in cactus. Turn torso to the right. We're in a variation of warrior two. And then we're gonna side bend to the right. Arms still in a cactus. So by keeping the right hand off the right leg, we avoid the temptation to just kind of drop into the arm. Good, elbows bent, cactus, cactus. Take another breath. And then we're gonna slowly tilt the other way, right over your left leg. Bring your right fingertips to the back of your head. Keep your left arm where it is. Try to avoid putting it on the leg. That's gonna require more strength. Breathing in. As you exhale, right elbow comes down towards the left knee. Just 2 more times. Inhale. Open up, right elbow up. Exhale, coil. 1 more time. Inhale, right elbow up. Exhale, coil down. Beautiful. Fingertips to the floor. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Let's get off that left foot. Step back. Downward dog. Good. Fantastic. Bring yourself forward to staff. And let's do this first one on the knees. So come to the knees, where I want you to shift your weight forward even more. Hug the elbows in as you lower yourself just about 5 inches off the floor. Now roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in, and see if you can't bring your elbows and shoulders to be parallel to the floor. Take another breath and lower down, all the way to the mat. Good. Arms in cactus. Breathing in, head, chest, and arms up. Breathing out, lower down. 2 more times. Breathing in, stay rooted through your feet. And breathing out, lower down. 1 more time, breathing in. And lower down, exhale. Good. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Make your way to downward facing dog. Good. You're going to float your right leg up on the in-breath. Step forward on the out-breath. Bring your back knee down, your left knee down. Crescent pose. Lift the arms up. Reach up, challenge your balance, look up. And then fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, look forward, and then step forward as you exhale. Yeah? Good. I want you to roll yourself all the way up to standing until your arms come to your sides and you're in Tadasana, shoulders back, heart is lifted, chin is parallel to the floor. And here we go again. You're going to take your arms forward and up, heels up, lift up. And then you're going to float your arms out to the sides as you settle the heels to the mat and fold in half. Fingertips to the floor. Good. Come halfway up when you're ready for your next breath in. Long spine, strong legs. Fold in half as you exhale. Take your left foot back and spin your left heel down. Okay, so remember the rules of engagement. Lifting the trunk upright will take some of the heat off of the right leg. Keeping the trunk parallel to the floor is going to fire it up. Breathing in, arms in cactus. Arms behind your back, breathing out. Try to avoid touching your back, but bring your fingertips together. Good. Twice more. Breathing in, cactus. Breathing out, arms behind you. Good. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, arms behind you. Good. Cactus. And now we're all going to lift up. Turn the trunk a quarter turn to the left, so you're in a cactus arm version of warrior two. And then you're going to side bend to the left, almost like, a little teapot, short and stout. Now we're going to find a variation of side angle pose. Lift yourself up. Your core really has to work there. Bring your right elbow just above or just behind your right knee. You can set your arm on the knee. I'm not gonna, you don't get points taken off for that. Bring your left hand behind your head. Breathe in, left elbow up. Breathe out, foil down, left elbow towards the knee. 2 more times. Inhale, open up. Keep that back leg super strong. Exhale, coil down. Last one. Inhale, open up. Exhale, coil down. Good. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Step back, downward dog. Well done, everyone. Okay. Here we go again. You're going to come forward to staff. Now, knees or no knees. I'm coming to my knees. Then I want you to shift whether you're on the knees or not. I want you to really pull your body weight forward. And then lower yourself down about 5 inches from the floor. See about getting those forearms perpendicular to the mat. Hug those elbows in. Roll the shoulders back. And then hit the ground. Ooh. Good. Bring your arms down by your sides. Palms to the floor. For locust pose. When you take your next breath in, lift as much of your body off the floor as feels good for you. Feet, legs, great, Maxine. Beautiful. Nice. Terrific, Sonia. You can bring your feet close. You can keep your feet apart. Do what feels best on your low back and sacrum. Experiment between the two. Take another breath. Woo. Lower down. Good. Take a beat. Feel your heart. Feel your breath. Feel your strength. Be here now. Hands under shoulders, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We just have one more standing series to do. And then we'll hit the floor. Float your left heel up to the ceiling as you inhale. Softly step forward as you exhale. Bring your right knee down. Sweep your arms up, breathing in, low lunge, low crescent pose. And then hands to the floor. Use the in-breath to tuck the back toes, pick up the knee, look forward. Step forward as you exhale. While you're here in this forward bend, reach for your block. You're going to bring your block between your knees and thighs. And from there, fingertips to the floor. I want you to begin bending the knees and sinking your hips. Hug that block. And then you're going to slowly take your arms forward. Bring your palms together, clasp your fingers together, spin your palms away from your head. Good, keep hugging that block. Sink into your heels. Peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Take another breath. And then fold forward. Beautiful. Fingertips to the floor. Release the block. Come halfway up on your next breath in. You're going to step your right foot back as you exhale. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Bring your arms along your sides with your palms facing the floor. Now you're welcome to stay here for the next 5 breaths, or bring more of your weight over your left toes, spring off of your right foot, come into warrior 3 for 5, 4, 3, really great, Colorado, represent 2, and 1. Bend your left knee, reach your right foot way back, stay on the ball of the right foot, lift the arms up for crescent pose, Anjaneyasana, and then hands to the floor, step back, downward dog. Okay, from downward dog, come forward to staff. And in staff pose, I'm going to have you lift your right foot up off the floor, maybe 6 inches, maybe 8 inches. Keep the hips square and level. And keep that right leg engaged. Hips stay level, belly is firm. Right foot flexed. Now you're going to take a breath in. And when you exhale, 3-legged dog. Take the hips back, take the right leg up. Woo! Step forward, right foot to the right hand. Bring your back knee down. Arms forward and up. Breathing in. Oh, hands to the floor, breathing out. Good. Pick your left knee up, shift your weight forward and step forward. You're doing great. This is it. Last call, y'all. Both feet at the top of the mat. Once more, bring the block between your knees and thighs. And then fingertips return to the floor. You're going to bend your knees, sink your hips, hug the block. Take your arms forward, palms together, fingers clasped. Spin your palms away from your head. And then hugging that block, lift your heels up, heels down. Heels up, keep your hips low. Heels down. 3 more times. Heels up, squeeze that block. Heels down. Nice, 2 more times, heels up. Really good, heels down. Last one, heels up. And heels down, fold in half, lose the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow deeply over your lotus feet and take your left foot back. Stay on the ball of the left foot. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Hug your shoulder blades towards your spine and either stay here or shift your weight farther over your right toes. Spring off your left foot and come into warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Looking great, Maxine. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Relax your jaw. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Oh, yeah. Bend your right knee. Take a deep step to the back of your mat with your left foot. Good. Arms up. Enjoy that high lunge, that big stretch, that spinal extension, and then hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. You are almost there. This is home stretch. From dog pose, you'll come forward to staff. And then here we go. Firm up the whole front line of your body. Okay, feet are flexed, quads are engaged, belly firm. Float your left foot off the floor. Left toes off the floor, about 6 or 8 inches. Keep the pelvis level. Good. Crown of the head reaching forward. Push that left heel back. Find some traction in your spine. Good, 2 more breaths, breathing in. Toggle your mandible from side to side. 1 more breath, breathing in. Good, exhale, 3-legged dog, left leg up. Woo! Step forward. Bring your right knee down. Make your way into a low lunge, arms up. Good, reach back. Enjoy that stretch through the right hip flexors and quads. Open the front line of your spine and then fingertips to the floor. Look ahead as you pick the back knee up, the right knee up, and step forward, exhale. Good. Let's inhale and roll yourself all the way up to standing. Bring your arms up with you. So at the top of the breath, you're reaching high. Take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and let's side bend to the left. Oh, feels good to be on 2 feet, side by side. Rise up as you inhale, change hands and side bend to the right. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Inhale, come upright, separate your hands, reach back a little, look up. And then you're going to fold in half. Bring your arms behind your back. Clasp your fingers together. Take your knuckles up overhead as you bring your heart towards your knees. A deep forward bend. Yeah. Great shoulder extension after all the flexion. Good. Just come up halfway so you can change the interlace of your fingers. And then bow forward once again, arms up and over. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Feel your feet. Observe the strength in your legs, the mobility of your shoulders, what's happening in the mind. Release your fingertips to the floor. Come halfway up on an inhale. Bow down as you exhale. I'm going to have you come onto your bum and then roll onto your back. Good. Knees bent, feet to the floor. Take a pause. Identify the 4 corners of your feet. Wiggle your toes. See if you can explore your arches as the toes move. Becoming acutely aware of the buoyancy or lack of in your arches. Good. Feel your hips on the floor, your ribs, shoulders, back of your head. You are here. You are here now. So now I'm going to have you pull your feet up off the floor, cross your right thigh all the way over your left. And I think you all know eagle pose, right? So you've got the right leg crossed over your left. And when we do this standing, we sometimes will tuck the right toes behind the left calf or ankle. Your call if you want to tuck the toes or not. But wrapping right thigh over left, bring your arms out in front of you with the elbows bent. Take your right elbow under your left elbow and let's do eagle arms. Okay, so I want you to breathe in and extend your legs, keep them wrapped though, but extend your legs forward towards the foot of your mat, head to the floor, look up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your knees and your elbows towards one another. Now you can lift your head and shoulders up, that'll increase it a bit, or you can keep the head down. We're gonna do that 4 more times. Inhale, find some extension, even with the limbs wrapped. And exhale, elbows to knee. Good. Breathing in, reach the legs forward and exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times. After that last one, which is your fifth one, you're going to unwrap your legs, unwrap your arms, bring your arms into a cactus on the floor, bring your legs into Baddha Konasana. So feet to the floor, insteps of the feet together, knees drop apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. And notice where you are. Notice where you are in the room, what's around you, who's around you. Notice where your body is on the mat. Notice where your mind is. And identify one thing or one individual that you're grateful for. Draw your knees up. We're going to do the other side. You're going to cross left leg, wrap your left leg all the way around your right leg. Bring your arms out in front of you with the elbows bent, and you'll take your left elbow under your right. And here we go. 5 times eagle curls. Breathing in, reach your elbows up beyond your chin or your nose as you take your legs forward, and exhale, elbows to knees. 5 times total. Try to find some length in the spine as you inhale. Good, and then coil and curl as you exhale. And after your 5th round, you'll once more unwrap your legs and arms, bring feet to the floor, Supta Baddha Konasana, and arms into cactus. And if it feels all right, close your eyes. Follow your breath like you have a little internal scope, a little miniature scope that starts at the tip of your nose, and it just tags along, following the breath, moving down the airway, into the lungs, all the way to the alveoli, exchanging oxygen, gas, and perforating all of the muscles, organs, glands, and cells. And identify one thing for which you're grateful. The morning light, the warmth of your room, the animals around you, the people around you, your breath. Pull your knees up, bring your knees to your chest. Keep your right knee in, take your left leg long. Let's come into a spinal twist. Right arm out to the right. And bring your right knee across your body to the left. I'm thinking of this passage quite a lot this past week, last couple of weeks, actually. This is from my primary teacher, T.S. Little. Being in the now is to move through life with wholehearted gratitude for what arises, gratitude for everything. It is to know that God is everywhere. In the Zendo, after every meditation period, we chant, Dharma gates are countless. I vow to enter them. This is the Bodhisattva vow to live devotedly through all moments, whether sublime or terrible. This is to realize that all moments are potential doorways, potential gates, potential opportunities. It's the willingness to cross over each threshold, knowing the perpetual gift of the here and now to be a truly remarkable thing. And return to your back. And after giving your right leg a gentle hug, change legs. Allow your right leg to extend. How enjoyable is that stretch? Pull left knee in, left arm out, and twist to the right. And I don't think that it's coincidental that the very first word of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras is the word now, atha in Sanskrit. It's translated as now, sometimes translated as here. And then the entire path of yoga, all 8 limbs of yoga, unfold from that simple, humble word, now. You could say that being in the now is the goal of the entire yoga journey. So where are you now? Where are you physically? Where are you mentally? And let's not overlook, where are you emotionally, spiritually? I'm going to challenge myself, and I will lay down the gauntlet for you all as well, to make a committed effort to pausing frequently throughout my day just to check in. Where am I now? Where's my breath? Where's my body? Where's my mind? Where's my heart? And then move on. And then maybe in 20 minutes, I'll do it again. Return to your back, please. And a soft, tender hug of your left leg. And then both knees to the chest. Bring everything to the midline. Hug the knees, hug the thighs, hug the ankles. Wrap the arms around the legs. Be tender with yourself. Be good to yourself. Gentle and gracious with this one body, this one rare and precious human life. And then bring your feet to the floor and get yourself set up for any shape of Shavasana that feels appropriate for you on this morning. Classic on your back, legs up the wall, anything goes. Come to a chair, have a seat. Spend the last 7 minutes in meditation. One of the simplest, although not quite easy, ways to use your breath to stay in the here and now is to count. Breathing in, breathing out is 1. Breathing in, breathing out is 2. Just count to 4. Circle back and start at 1 again. Most of us will get lost in thoughts, rock songs from the 80s, or commercial jingles, or a grocery list, or a conversation that may or may not take place. We'll get lost in that, usually between breaths 1 and 2, maybe between breaths 2 and 4. And that's okay. There's no judgment there. The idea isn't to stop. The idea isn't to become like vacant. I think the idea is to just notice how resistant the mind is to being present, to focusing on one thing, such as the breath. So when that arises, you just simply say, oh, thinking, singing, planning, and come back to breath number one. Some days you might never make it to breath number 4, and that's okay. Breathe in a little deeper. Being in the now is to move through life with wholehearted gratitude for what arises. It is to know that God is everywhere. It's to realize that all moments are potential doorways, potential gates, potential opportunities, the willingness to cross over each threshold, whether challenging or sublime, knowing the perpetual gift of the here and now to be truly a remarkable thing. Let yourself stretch, begin to move, circulating breath, circulating prana, maybe circulating fingers and toes, and eventually pulling yourself up to a sitting shape. And then we'll bring arms out and up overhead on the in-breath, moving with your breath at your pace. Bring the two palms together in the base of your thumbs, glide down to land at your forehead. Grateful mind, open mind. Bring fingertips down to your lips. Grateful in our speech and expression, open with our prana and breath. And finally, hands rest at your heart. Grateful body and above all, grateful spirit. Excellent, everyone. Thank you so much.